lanes, and the innermost lane measures 400 meters. The 7 other lanes are appropriately marked to indicate the 400-meter distance and the exceeding land measurement. The surface of the oval is even and leveled, covered by mixture of sand and cinder. Some are combination of asphalt and synthetic rubber. On pages 10 to 12, you will see the illustrations of the playing venue of the different events in athletics. Did you ever dream of becoming an athlete? Specifically, a runner? Well, Stephen Baker says, understanding and applying physiology could improve your running. Therefore, by combining the art of running and science-based running, a champion shall be born. What is the difference between a sprinter and a distance runner? Let's find out. On page 13, you will see the illustration of the body position of the sprinter and of the distance runner. Can you tell the difference? In your own opinion, can you be a sprinter and a distance runner at the same time? Not really. Your training routine and your genetics shall eventually determine what you are best at. Sprinters are innately gifted with a larger number of fast-twitch muscle fibers. It permits them to execute explosive movements and participate in high-intensity exercise for a short period of time. Fast-twitch fibers can produce more force in a shorter time than slow-twitch fibers. Also, sprinters are naturally more muscular and have a bigger build than long-distance runners. The relatively short sprint distances, ranging up to 400 meters, require a sustained top speed. Originally, all sprinters start from a standing position. But in the 1880s, the crouch start was invented. And it became a rule that sprinters must start with both feet and both hands on the track. The introduction of the adjustable starting block aided the quick start, which is critical in the sprints. On the other hand, endurance athletes or long-distance runners have 90 to 95% slow-twitch muscle fibers. According to American Council on Exercise, slow-twitch fibers are slighter and less powerful, but more resilient to fatigue than fast-twitch fibers. So they rely on oxygen to function properly. Slow-twitch muscle fibers are well suitable for long-duration aerobic activities. It's trivia time! Did you know that Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt is the fastest man in history with a world record time of 9.58 seconds? And the fastest woman is Florence Griffith Joyner with a world record time of 10.49 seconds. This time, let's talk about the hurdles. Hurdling is a sport in athletics in which a runner sprints and leaps over a series of hurdles, which are set on a track with a specific distance apart. Runners must stay in their respective lanes throughout the race. If the runner knocks the hurdles down while leaping, A runner who trails a foot or leg alongside a hurdle or knocks it down with a hand is disqualified. The winner will be the first player who complete the course without violation. Similar to running races, jumping games seem to be part of our childhood life. We tend to see how far and high we can jump and who can do it best. There are 4 athletics jumping events. First is high jump. In the high jump event, the athlete must run in the start and must jump over a bar without knocking it over. They land on a big pad, and being able to jump high without knocking the bar is the advantage to win the game. Second is long jump. Long jumping is the least complicated of all field events. It is formerly called broad jumping. Long jump has been a popular athletics since ancient Greece Olympics. In long jump, speed is the most vital ingredient for successful jump. Jumpers make their approach down the runway at almost top speed, plant a foot on the takeoff board, and leap into the air. Next is pole vault. The pole vault may be the toughest to master of all field events. Pole vaulting is quite similar to high jump. Vaulters attempt to vault over a crossbar placed on uprights each height. They are given 3 tries. Then, they land on a large, soft mat rest for safety. The vaulters runs down holding a pole at one end. After planting jump in the sprint to gain height. They must get over the bar without knocking it off. The last jumping event is the triple jump. The triple jump is similar to the long jump. It is known as the hop, step, and jump. For the hop, the jumper will first run down the track, gaining speed. At the start of the jump or take-off point, they will jump or spring from one foot and land on that same foot. Next is step. They jump again, at this time landing on the opposite foot. Lastly, they jump as far as they can and land on both feet into the sand pit or landing pit. Now, let's talk about the throwing events. It's always fun to see who can throw something the farthest, whether it's a ball or even a rock. These events necessitate explosive movements. Power is the component to be considered. Athletics is the place where you can throw stuff for distance as a real sport. There are 4 major throwing events. Let's start with discus. A discus is a plate-like or round disc, typically made of plastic with a metal rim. It is thrown from a concrete circle that is about 2.50 meters in diameter. The thrower's feet cannot leave the circle unless the discus lands on sector area, or else the thrower will be at fault and the throw will not be counted. To achieve maximum distance in discus, the thrower shall maintain these 3 components: speed, technique, and strength. Next is javelin. The javelin is something like a spear. The thrower must hold the javelin at the grip part and should always be maintained above the shoulder level. The javelin must lie before the specified zone and its tip should hit the ground to become valid. The thrower should maintain his balance until the javelin lands on the ground. The third event is shot put. Shot is a piece of spherical iron ball that is thrown from a concrete circle that is 7 feet in diameter. The front of the circle has a metal board called a toe board or stop board. The thrower cannot touch the top of the stop board or step over it during the throw. The thrower holds the shot close to his or her neck in one hand. Then the last event is hammer throw. Hammer throw does not actually involve throwing a usual hammer like you think. In this athletics throwing event, the thrower throws a metal ball attached to a handle in a straight wire about 3 feet long. The hammer is thrown from a concrete circle 2.15 meter in diameter. But there is no toe board or stop board. Like the discus, the thrower must stay in circle until the hammer lands. The thrower rotates several times to gain momentum prior to releasing and throwing the hammer. Now, it is time to move. Let's do this. On page 20, perform activity 3 and answer the questions that follow. In this activity, you will perform push-up as a muscular strength and endurance exercise. For cardiovascular endurance exercise, you will perform jog in place and yoga exercises for flexibility. See page 20 for the illustrations. Don't get stressed out, just enjoy the activity. I will get back to you in few minutes.
Masbate City presents School on the Air program every Monday from 7 to 9 in the morning, every Tuesday to Friday from 8 to 9 in the morning, and 11 in the morning to 12 noon, and from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. Only here at Radio Masbate, DYME, 783 kHz on your radio, MCI cable, and Facebook Live. This is Masbate City's school-based instruction featuring lessons from kindergarten to grade 12 as well as lessons in Alternative Learning System or ALS. School-based instruction with our city DepEd teacher broadcasters. Have fun, enjoy while learning. School on the Air program brought to you by DepEd Masbate City. Batang Syudadanong Masbateño, maski may pandemya, ang pag-aral diretso.
At this point in time, apply your learning. Do activity 4 on page 21, the athletics concept map. This activity will measure your skill in identifying games in athletic events. Fill in the diagram given in the module with the needed information. Afterwards, proceed to the next activity on the next page, in which your task is to make a flip chart. You will make a flip chart showing your understanding of how each athletics event differ from one another, and what health-related fitness you have to develop when playing a specific event in athletics. Be creative! Work with your imaginative mind. You can do it!
Dahil wala bang face-to-face, ang pag-aaral ay hindi useless. School-based instruction, inialay ng Department of Education. DepEd Masbate City ay patuloy sa pagkakatid ng mahalagang impormasyon. Talakayan sa radyo, Facebook at telebisyon ang tugon sa pandemic ngayon. School on the Air program, sumasahimpapawid sa himpilang ito.
For the last activity, invite your siblings, parents, relatives, or neighbors to be part of this competition. Measure 40 meters on the street or vacant place. Make sure that the place is safe to organize the event. Put a mark on starting line and finish line. This is a sprint challenge. And the healthy is needed in this time of pandemic. So, let's get physical. Take a 15-day push-up challenge for your additional activity. Make sure that your mind and heart are ready for this challenge. Thank you for listening, my dear grade 11 learners. Thank you for being with Sir Jeric in this 30-minute learning experience. Remember, be active, be healthier, be fit. Start it right now! Basta batang syudadanong Masbateño, maski may pandemya, ang pag-adal diretso. See you to another learning experience in Health Optimizing Physical Education Grade 11.
Sumainyo ang isang episode ng ating school-based instruction sa pamamagitan ng ating School on the Air program dito lamang sa Radyo Masbate, DYME 783 sa pihitan ng inyong mga radyo, MCI Cable at Facebook Live. Naway na itawid natin ang isang aralin sa isang matagumpay na talakayan. Ang dabayanan ang mga susunod pang school-based instruction ng sangay ng lungsod ng Masbate. Batang syudadanong Masbateño, maski may pandemya, ang pag-adal diretso. Schools Division Office, Masbate City presents School on the Air program. Every Monday from 7 to 9 in the morning. Every Tuesday to Friday from 8 to 9 in the morning and 11 in the morning to 12 noon and from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. Only here at Radio Masbate, DYME.